He's watching over me. When you think I'm alone, he's watching over me. Oh yeah, yeah. Alyssa Joseph here again, alongside Ashton Music. Oh yeah, I am not alone. I am not alone. I am not alone. I am not alone. When you feel I'm alone, my Father behind me. Holy Ghost fire all around me. Just like a shield, your favor surrounds me. One thing for sure, you'll never leave me. As I step out the door, he watch over me. Everywhere I go, he watch over me. Every choice I make, he watch over me. He watch over me. He watch over me. In the midst of my storm, he watch over me. I am never alone. He watch over me. He watch over me. He watch over me. He watch over me. I am not alone. I am not alone. I said I'm not alone. I am not alone. Never alone. I am not alone. We're not alone. We're not alone. We're not alone. What? In all of my storms, Lord, you carry me. No devil in hell could ever lead me. And I will follow you every day of my life. My Father will never leave my side. As I step out the door, he watch over me. Everywhere I go, he watch over me. Every choice I make, he watch over me. He watch over me. He watch over me. In the midst of my storm, he watch over me. I am never alone. He watch over me. He watch over me. He watch over me. He watch over me. I am not the face, scared out. In the place, scared out. On the truck, scared out. I don't give a scared out. In the face, scared out. In the place, scared out. On a van, scared out. I don't give a damn. They don't like my makeup, don't like my hair. They don't like nothing to see. I wear fat, my belly doesn't laugh, but my face nice and I can't fight that. The best of the Father bless me. Nothing to say could stress me. Nothing to say could change my mood. I done in a groove and I'm making moves. If 10 of them don't like me today, I'll make it 20. I'll make it 20 today. I'll make it 20. If 10 of them don't like me today, I'll make it 20. I'll make it 20 today. I'll make it 20.
When you see the chop stepping at the place, ring the fire alarm, the fire alarm. Boy, from the time you see the color on the face, ring the fire alarm, the fire alarm. We turn the whole place into a hot spot. Don't get me mad. Jaja well connected like a hot spot. Don't get me mad. Heat inside of the place we make a hot spot. Don't get me mad. Turn the whole of Grenada in a hot spot. Don't get me mad.
So addicted, she addicted, so addicted. Taking in a caravan, so addicted, she addicted, so addicted. This nice messenger, she say, oh Lord, the rum is just fun. She start to run, link up the slum. She grab a jump, people get her wrong. It's master on the tongue. So addicted, she addicted, so addicted. Taking in a caravan, so addicted, she addicted, so addicted. I say we not from here. Me and the squad, but when we touch it rum, not from here. We mash up party to relieve the scum. We not from here. We have them girl wiping our rum and rum. We not from here. We not leaving until we Jones. I will make the party mad, but we not from here. Jump up on that girl, but we not from here. Shake the party mad, but we not from here. I tell you, mash it up, mash it up, mash it up, let's say it. Mash over the land, brain gone, beating a pan, and go still ringing a iron, running drinks on a woman.
Living in the past, where can I find that energy, the raw magic that comes down from the grassroots? Yes, I'm from a place where soca the resounding power. You could feel it anytime, any hour, sunshine or shower. You will feel it anywhere you look, and it read like a storybook. I come from when ground used to carry it. We used to carry it, but the ground used to carry it. We used to carry it, but the ground we used to carry it. We used to carry it, but the ground we used to carry it. We used to carry it when I Rima had it, Maturita had it, Santa Rosa had it, Doña Ruta had it.
Stems.
Yes, I can hear them saying, boys, stop living in the past. Where can I find that energy, the raw magic that comes down from the grassroots? Yes, I'm from a place where soca the resounding power. You could feel anytime, any hour, sunshine or shower. You will feel it anywhere you look, and it read like a storybook. I come from when ground used to carry it. We used to carry it when the ground we used to carry it. We used to carry it when the ground we used to carry it. We used to carry it when the ground we used to carry it. We used to carry it when I Rima had it, Maturita had it, Santa Rosa had it, Doña Ruta had it, in Mofa had it, in Sawa had it, Soparia had it, look all over. Downtown FETE was the vibes when West people live from Lincoln, John and Beaton to head to the playground and put the link inside. Arima and Central, Tobago and Southside. The traffic running Sonya morning down the by Westmoreland, have cars parking like a garage. Me drinks bottle down like ruler in a cooler and we chipping down the mouse to from Canada. Them time did the ground we used to carry it. We used to carry it, but the ground we used to carry it. We used to carry it, but the flag to the carry it. We used to carry it, but the cooler to the carry it.
Problem that you put us in the
Morning.
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 I'm multitasking.
I see that. I see that. Me too. Me too.
And ordinarily it's not a problem. Actually, it's not a problem. So let me don't make it a problem.
Me too. I'm multitasking.
It's just that my gadgets incorporated.
It ain't gadgeting.
No,
I'm multitasking too. I'm playing and enjoying the music.
Oh Lord, it's like how long I've had this phone? Long enough.
Yeah.
And it just does what it does. It does its own thing. It's like the owner. Dang. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I claim it. I claim it.
She's like, it's like the owner. All right.
I claim it.
How you
So
doing?
wait, my little braids all over the place, but you know, hey, it's all good.
Yeah, you looking decent.
I looking decent.
You looking decent.
So this is the people's chat room. How y'all doing?
Morning, afternoon.
Yeah, man. So it's a beautiful weekend here in Orlando, Florida. It's not hot yet because it's not the height of summer, but then we still in spring. But I'm telling myself, I'm like, it's not that hot yet, but tell that to the people who have to work outside, you know, because they're not giving you any breaks. No water breaks. Imagine that. You're working outside, but no water breaks, and it is hot. So I figure, by the way, again, this is the People's Chat Room. We are live on iTunes Radio. We are also live on the peopleschatroom.com and our YouTube channel. Please go ahead and subscribe. It's all good. You know, we still holding at 260 or 260. Yeah, 260. And I'm wondering why, because this is a damn good show. I must say so myself. The show is rebroadcasted every Sunday on Island Beach Radio at 12:30 to 2:30 p.m. And again, at 12 to 2 p.m. on Cultural Vibrations Radio. So let me say thank you to our rebroadcasting partners.
Yeah.
Right?
That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Who do I need to say hi to? I think Lyndon. Thank you for checking us out on the Facebook live stream, and my sister, my sister from many, many years. So yeah, she's like my sister. Miss Margaret Asun Seeley. Oops, sorry, Mags. Let me take the Seeley off. Margaret Asun. Don't
She from
kill
South?
me. But of course, where's she gonna be from? Port of Spain. I don't know nobody up there except for some, relatives. But hey, anyhow. Let me don't put my foot in my mouth.
But I from North.
Yeah, but you ain't living in Trinidad. That's a big difference. Big difference. So I sent you some new music. I don't want to jack her name up. Genevieve, I think is how you pronounce it. It's spelled a little bit unusual. But the song, I absolutely love the song. Did you see it in your email?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So I'm really big on reciprocity. When I vibe with you and it's giving back with the same level or even a little bit more, you have my attention 100%. And that child, she just vibed with me, you know what I'm saying, in our conversation. And I was like, you know what, I'll do whatever I can on my side to help push this young lady. So we're going to play that song a little bit later on in the show. In the meantime, I want to teach you something, and then I'll turn you back over to DJ Code Red. Does this word sound familiar to you? If not, we're teaching it to you today. Protectionism. Do you know what protectionism is? Let me turn you over to DJ Code Red. When we come back on the other side, I will share the definition of protectionism. Okay?
What to do? Let me see you think you could get. See you think you could get. Let me see you think you could. See you think you could. See you think you could get. Let me see you think you could get. See you think you could get. Let me see you think you could. See you think you could. See you think you could get. Wet me down, 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 wet me down. Right now I overeat it. Wet me down, 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 wet me down. Right now I overeat it. There's a job on the loose. I report a job on the loose.
Ragoo and grenade and lick.
I dare you to play one contemporary song for at least
One contemporary song.
for at least
When you say contemporary, what do you
rock the boat, don't rock the boat, babe. I don't know, something. That's contemporary.
That's contemporary?
Yeah, it's not Caribbean. Yeah, come on, it's not. So here's the thing: we are a little bit. We struggle sometimes on this show because we're on Facebook
Sometimes?
to play
You don't
all
understand.
the time to play something that's a little bit different because we kind of feel because in the past they've shut us down, and we don't want to shut the show down. So maybe I shouldn't have even said that to you because look, he's looking for something. Oh my gosh! Step back.
Nope.
Well, 1 second.
Nope.
One minute.
Nope.
Not even a minute. Half a minute.
Nope.
But no, it's
Nope.
important because remember we have attorney Sonya Peterkin coming on, and I've already put the phone number out there. I want people to call in with their questions. And that's important.
So hold on.
So hold back. Hold back. I start something and I want to stop it. So give me some young brother or something.
No.
Oh, Genevieve. How do you say her name, man? Genevieve.
Genevieve.
Play this song and let people hear it.
All right. So
Play this song.
hold on. I got it.
So this song is like maybe a week old.
I got it.
But
Hold
I got
on,
it fresh, and she'll be on the show in May. Play the song, now, man.
I said, hold on, relax. And let me.
And y'all let us know what you think. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Oh, Ashanti, oh. Oh, Ashanti, oh. Well, they cast me out like a leper, past the door of no return. This lost child of Africa, oh, my motherland I yearn. That is why I sing the verses of my one true freedom song. Calypso, Calypso. Outlawed my religion, beat me for my name, ban all my tradition to make me ashamed. Yet still in my memory, one vibe still remains. Calypso, Calypso. And inside every song, as I chant along, I just hear loud and clear. Y'all, your ancestry is Mandingo, mixed up with Zulu. Your mother descend from Igbo, sing with Ashanti too. That is why you hear the command in the rhythm and the drum. Daughter come, daughter come. Your ancestors were from Ghana to the coast of Mozambique. That is why they don't shiver, whatever tongue you speak. Feet move to the rhythm from the time the guitar strum. Daughter come, daughter come. So to the
You like it, right? As a Smilers production.
Ashanti, oh. Well, they cast me out like a leper, past the door of no return. This lost child of Africa, oh, my motherland I yearn. That is why I sing the verses of my one true freedom song. Calypso, Calypso. Outlawed my religion, beat me for my name, ban all my tradition to make me ashamed. Yet still in my memory, one vibe still remains. Calypso, Calypso. And inside every song, as I chant along, I just hear loud and clear. Y'all, your ancestry is Mandingo, mixed up with Zulu. Your mother descend from Igbo, sing with Ashanti too. That is why you hear the command in the rhythm and the drum. Daughter come, daughter come. Your ancestors were from Ghana to the coast of Mozambique. That is why they don't shiver, whatever tongue you speak. Feet move to the rhythm from the time the guitar strum. Daughter come, daughter come.
Give me some skin.
Hear the cries in the streets at night. So many dreams born out like light. Youths them caught in a system cold, chasing shadows that take their soul.
I like that.
Up the rhythm of hope is strong. Feel the beat that guide us along. Plant the seed of change in the ground, and reap the fruits of love from the song. I'm sure we can rise from the shadows as we shine. Through the pain and the sorrows, leave the darkness Jah, let the healing begin. In the rhythm of we island, let love pull us in. So come from the dusk till dawn, as we rise up every morn. We'll fly through the skies like planes. All people will rise again. Hand in hand is how we'll start. Everyone can play their part. Man, woman, and child come in. Let the cleansing begin. Come on.
What are you doing? Oh gosh. So I love what you did. You took one powerful song and you merged it with another powerful song.
Yeah.
And here why this powerful song is really, really appropriate. Trinidad and Tobago is going into election, I believe on Tuesday or Monday. Yeah. So there's election in Trinidad and Tobago. You all vote wisely, please. Let me see. Joan, my sister, she's on here. She's saying, hi, guys. Andy Douglas, thank you for checking us out. So it's all about you. You do your thing.
You sure?
Yeah, man. Go for it.
Yeah, I want more for you.
Go for it. Go for it.
All right. Because you were talking about election, so
yes.
Change is about to come.
Empires rise and fall. Dreams born
Baron?
and die.
Sugarlo say the Baron that song like he.
Come and go as years go by. Lords and monarchs so blind. Make wars and laws and wars and anarchy and crime.
I haven't heard this one in a long time.
Changes.
Yeah, man.
Changes. Broken hearts and empty dishes. Moving up from rags to riches. Promises, decisions, wishes. Changes. Oh, changes. Revolution, automation, pollution, high inflation, absolution, condemnation. Changes.
But so for some
I
reason,
kind of feel that one hit you a little different.
yeah, it hit me a little different.
That one hit you.
I got kind of nostalgic, and I
Yeah.
also got a little bit nervous because there's a lot happening in the world. So you remember I told you guys that I would share the definition of protectionism. As soon as I'm done sharing it, can we go into 2025 with some nice soca? I'm asking for somebody.
Asking for who's somebody? Who's somebody? Who's somebody?
So protectionism refers to government policies that restrict international trade to shield domestic industries from foreign competition. These policies aim to boost domestic production and employment by limiting imports, often through measures like tariffs, quotas, and subsidies. While proponents argue for benefits like job preservation and national security, critics contend that protectionism can harm consumers, stifle innovation, and lead to retaliatory measures from other countries, ultimately reducing global trade and economic growth. So now that I've given you the definition of protectionism, start, thinking for current examples of where that applies. I'm going into teacher mode today. I do that five days of the week. Nothing wrong with stretching it into a fifth day, a sixth day, I should say.
So just say where you're going.
No. I want them to problem solve. I want them to problem solve because all you're smart. We're dealing with a listening audience that's very intelligent. Again, all of that credit. So think of current examples where protectionism applies. Can I hear some 2025 soca? I mean, I really don't care where you go with as long as it's 2025.
Hey! Fed with the Texan, 999. Fed with the disrespectful. 7 in the morning, make a choice. Choose, she want me to choose one. Either she or not, make
Keisha. She is a lawyer. That is a woman when you party and does babysit your daughter. She want me to choose one. Either she or that. Make up your mind now. Make up your mind. She beg me to choose one. Choose one.
Hi, Lisa.
All your looky pan, come in, the pan, come in, the pan, come in, the pan, come in. I'm telling you, hurry, hurry, hurry up and come. I'm telling you, hurry, hurry. All you start to run, all your looky pan, come in, the pan, come in, the pan, come in, the pan, come in. I'm telling you, hurry, hurry, hurry up and come. I'm telling you, hurry, hurry. Because the vibes are done, party up. Say, well, yeah. Yeah. It's a different style. Well, yeah. It's a good vibes. Hey. Yes, it's a party now. Watch everybody winding up on somebody now. Just grab somebody, put drinks inside your cup and raise your glass up high. We come here for one reason, that's to enjoy life. Now the whole place lit. It's good vibes, turn up. I not going home soon. Watch how the party shut. And I in my zone. Right down, let we go. Alright, hey, I tell you this whole day. We getting up all day. We getting up all day. We mashing up all day. Are you getting the feeling, baby? Are you getting the symptoms, darling? Cause when we line in, ain't no stress how I wine. Why? And when we drinking, we don't want no bad vibes. Bad vibes. Yeah, me love it how you hug me up and wine now, baby. Squeeze me tighter, wine now, baby. Pull me closer, wine now, baby. You know me love it how you wine now, baby. Girl, bend over, wine now, baby. Put a foot on me shoulder, wine now, baby. Girl, give me like a something, wine now, baby. You know me love it how you wine now, baby. Girl, push back then bounce on the thing and stick it. Bring it like a something, come right now, make me dig it. I'm in love it how you bubble like that. You turn it around, I got to hit it from the back. No, me the left it and I do the side track. So the time you left, get them up. But melody, a little rum and be ready to party. Tonight is my king and queen with me. I sure I bounce and learn a move for tree. Things so sweet, don't know. Let me show them we
You know what song he have that I will always love, that still has a really special place in my heart.
What's that?
Cheers to life.
Oh,
Cheers to
really?
life. Morning,
Okay.
Natalie. We need to see you, hon. Yeah, cheers to life
to
is
life,
just
really?
yeah, because cheers to life. You know what I'm saying? Morning, Natalie.
Good morning. How are you? I'm gonna see if I can take this off a little bit.
You don't like it?
Huh?
You don't like it?
I don't know if it was too distracting because I couldn't really tell.
Well, it wasn't, but I'll leave that alone. Good morning.
How are you guys?
We're doing fine. I was telling Code, I thought you had a lot to do today with the kids.
Yeah, I just switched one shift because we just left soccer and I have a quick break and then I have dance this evening and then I have dance all day tomorrow. So
Wow.
this is my little window. I had dance last night. I did soccer this morning. I have dance this evening and then I have dance all day tomorrow.
Well, she enjoys dance and she does well in it. So, that's
Girl.
a perk right there.
Pray
That's
for
a
a
perk.
sister. That's all I'm gonna say.
You get it. You get it. You're going to get it. So how we doing as far as what we got for this week?
Oh my God, there's so much moving pieces happening right now, Lima. So much. So many changes happening with all of this. I know a lot of what I've been seeing is this week, a lot of clients that have student loans. These student loans that were in forbearance status or whatever status it was in has now became due. And they are dropping on these credit reports like a bomb.
And
And
you
then a
know, I
lot of
mean,
it,
my little, yeah, my little thing is that he don't like to pay bills, but he want people. It's like, but I don't want to go there. Let's keep it in the moment. You know,
yeah.
let's keep it in the moment.
Well, I mean, for a lot of clients, again, what's happening is that these student loans, when they fall on the credit report, it is going in a 90-day status of 90-day past due, or it's coming in a way that you can't even correct it, right? For a lot of people, that will kill a lot of loans, because anytime you have a government backed loan and you have late payments or default status on those loans, it's really harder for you to get into another government backed loan when they're saying you're defaulted on this loan. So I will employ a lot of anyone that has student loans out there. You guys want to make sure that you're reaching out to your carriers, having the conversation with them, getting yourself paid on some kind of payment plan, or some sort of system to be able to move forward, that it is not negatively impacting your credit report. A
And
lot
I
of people
hope
don't
I
even
hope
know
they
that it's
work with
happening.
them and not give them like $500 monthly payments and all that shit, because in addition to everything that people have to pay for, such as electricity, telephone, and other items, you know, dropping an additional $500 a month on anyone is really really hard. You know,
So
work with them.
what
I
you
hope.
want to do, what you want to do is ask them for, when you make that phone call, ask them for an IDR. IDR is an income driven repayment plan.
Yeah, I know I'm on one.
Right. So that way they will take into consideration the income that you have. You have to give them all the expenses that you have, and then they will factor in what kind of a payment that you can actually be on. Um, your hair looks fine,
It does.
ma'am.
It's look like it's
It,
sticking out.
I know, but we
Oh
look.
Lord,
It's the
girl.
life of the lock. It's the lock lifestyle, honey. They
Yeah,
do whatever they
starting all
want,
over,
whatever.
and I'm
So.
getting little, you know, reminders. This is what happens. This is what happens. Yeah.
But yeah, for anyone that's really thinking, even for people that we had that was in pre-approved status already, all of a sudden when we have to pull these updated credit report, the scores have plummeted because these are now hit with a 90-day
It
a
just
90-day
isn't
late status,
right.
which is really killing. It has the potential to kill quite a lot of deals. So for anyone that's thinking, haven't crossed the bridge yet, of getting into this home ownership journey, and haven't gone down the path of actually getting pre-approved, but have any type of student loans out there, you need to be proactively reaching out to your carriers and making the proper arrangement to make sure that you do not get hit in a way, because you know it's easy. You can tear down 1 month, one post, and one negative item can rip that credit report, credit score apart, and then you got to climb mountains to get it back in place. So be proactive. Don't hesitate making the calls. Sometimes we got to make the tough calls and stay on the phone and deal with them and talk to them until they get us a resolve that will help us.
Be proactive. This is
That's
good.
that's the word.
I think you needed to come on here and say this, because I'm not the only one I know who's been seeing all that information just hitting, you know, the articles that's just out there talking about how they're bringing it back and you have to pay and you have some time in May. That it's a lot. It's like overload, you know what I'm saying, in addition to
Yeah.
everything else, you know. So
It's
be
a lot of
proactive.
movement happening right now, but the great thing is, I will still say it is a buyer's market, people. It is a buyer's market, for the mere fact that homes are, interest rates is always going to do that thing, right? They're going to be a moving target. It's never going to be set in stone where rates are. That throws me off when I get a call and say, "Hey, where's the rates today?" Like, it really doesn't matter. What can you afford, right? At the end of the day, you have to have a roof over your head. And right now, buyers, believe it or not, you are in control, because every file that I've touched, they have come in with some kind of assistance from the seller, and
Okay.
that's
That's a good
clear,
incentive. That says that they
right?
want to sell. They
Exactly,
want to
because there's
sell.
so much. What happens is, when there's so much sitting on the market, the sellers need to move their property, right? They're willing to negotiate and talk out a system that will work for you and work for them. So the time is now. Everyone asks, is it now? When's the best time? It's now.
It's now.
It's
now.
right now. Don't put off for tomorrow what you can do today, right? Just do it now and adjust where you need to adjust later on.
Okay. So let's look at the steps. The first thing is to be proactive. Call your
If
whoever you have the
student
loan
loans,
with. Yeah.
call the student loan carriers and make the arrangements.
Call the student loan carrier, make the arrangements. And before you call, know what works for you, because they may want to try and tell you da 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 da, but you know that's not your pocket. So you know what works for you. When you make that call, be prepared to negotiate in good faith for you. And then what's the next step, Natalie? Wait it out?
What? No, pretty much as soon as they have that letter or that notice from them that says, okay, this is your payment. Because when we get that letter, we have to honor that letter as far as this is the monthly payment. So we're going to manually add that to the file, right? As far as this is what they have outstanding in student loans, but this is the arranged payment that they have, and that's what we get. That's what gets added in and counted towards your DTI. So they don't have to wait. We pull the credit report, and of course, when it's in forbearance, there's no monthly number attached to that, but then we manually add it in from that notice that you get.
All right. So that letter is the key, right? And then call you guys and then continue the process.
Then it's a regular process from there on in. But proactive is the word, because you do not need those dumping all on your credit report. And a lot of them are dumping, like I say, in the 90-day past due status, and that's ugly.
All right. That's good information. Again, this is the People's Chat Room, and you're listening to Miss Natalie Amoroso. She's the mortgage broker in the family. The next step is her husband, Kevin Amoroso, and he is the realtor. And give Natalie a call at 239-738-1388. Again, 239-738-1388. You pace yourself today, lady. Pace yourself.
Am, honey. I'm about to get my B12, and I'm about to consume my B12 so I can make it throughout the rest of the
week, today and tomorrow. All right.
Yeah.
So have a blessed one. Tell Kevin I say
Thank
we
you,
say
guys.
hi. Okay.
I will.
See you next week, Saturday.
Alrighty, bye.
Okay, babe. Bye-bye.
Transport charter services. Whether you are planning a corporate event, day charter, tours, airport transfers, taxi service, cargo and courier service, or any other occasion, T&T Transportation is here to elevate your travel experience. Give Cheryl a call at 407-844-0431. Visit Cheryl's tttransport.com. Book now. It's that time again. Caribbean Fusion Festival 2025 on Sunday, April 27th, hosted by Caribbean and Floridian Association Incorporated at the Kissimmee Lakefront Park, located 69 Lakeview Drive, Kissimmee, Florida. There's gonna be food, there's gonna be music, there's gonna be arts and crafts. Admission absolutely free. The event is sponsored by the City of Kissimmee, Osceola News Gazette, Experience Kissimmee, Florida, Kissimmee Utility Authority, Toho Water Authority, Advent Health, Lara's Shipping, and Kite Show Tropical Mist Restaurant. Look out for entertainment from Steel Panist Anthony Steele, Adriana Clark, Nati Ramutar, DJ Code Red, Caribbean Groove Band, and many more. Your MC for the event, Craig Camacho. And for more information, please visit cafainc.org. That is cafainc.org. See you Sunday, April 27th for the Caribbean Fusion Festival at Kissimmee Lakefront Park. Remember, it's free.
All right, so y'all, that's tomorrow. And they've been doing this Caribbean Fusion Festival for over 10 years. So you know by now it's a look forward to kind of festival here in Central Florida. So please check it out tomorrow. It's at the Kissimmee Lakefront Park, like the ad said. I did the ad, by the way. So if you need ads done, just holler at your girl.
What a shameless plug.
I'm okay with that. But let's talk about another festival. This is the Jerk Festival, the Claremont Caribbean Jerk Festival. And that is, I'm now seeing the ad, so let me make sure I have the date correctly. Date. You see the date here?
I really wish you would have sent me this.
I just got it,
June
and it's
7th.
it's June 7th.
Yeah,
and it's a PDF. We waiting on the JPEG, and then I'll send you the
You sure
JPEG.
it's a PDF?
It is a PDF. Give me the
I have to make sure, you know. I have to make sure.
Like I don't know the difference. Whatever.
I know you're the expert.
Very much so for most, stuff like this. So it's June 7th at the Waterfront Park, 100 3rd Street, Claremont, Florida. We were there last year. We did we broadcasted live. I don't know if we can do it again this year. So
Did you
performing live
Did
is
you ask?
Sankey. Not yet, but
Hold
I
on,
got
June
enough
what,
time.
June 7th?
June 7th.
No, I can't go.
Sankey and the crew. The MC is Linton Atkinson. Music by DJ FETE. So you got Dwight Richards. He's also going to be performing. Late Steel Orchestra. Yeah, now seeing Saturday, June 7th. The Island Powerhouse Band, School of Rock. Axes Z Crew. There'll be face painting, bounce house, pony ride, petting zoo. Again, it is the Claremont Caribbean Jerk Festival. Let's see. And again, that's Sankey and the crew. And I want to say thanks to Sankey. He came out to the last event of Comedy Calypso Caribbean Jazz, him and his wife. And I know they had a good time. So hopefully, Sankey, we will see you for the next one, which is September 27th. We got Miss Phyllis Worrell coming on. That's our next contributor. And we are going to admit her right about now.
Oh Lord.
See my exit a new man. Feel like she new burn. We inside the session. Party kicking up hard. She put up, she 2-1. Winding back on the man. You think I gave a damn? You're mad. The day you leave me, the day you leave, I started to see my way. When you hurt me, I went away. What I thought was a tragedy.
Hey Phyllis, you okay?
Phyllis, where you go? We ain't
Phyllis.
seen you.
Something to Phyllis.
Phyllis, want to let you guys know that you can call in and chat with us. It doesn't have to be anything about anything that we're talking about. Just call and say hi. Hey, Stephen Charles, how you doing? The phone number is 407-639-2656. So give us a call just to say hi.
Yeah, give them one more time.
And also, 407-639-2656. We're going to have our contributing attorney, immigration attorney, Sonya Peterkin on the second hour of the show. All right? Have your questions ready. Because there's a lot of questions. And we put her at the end of the show so we could give you guys that freedom until 2 o'clock to ask questions, okay? And get some responses. All right? Phyllis,
I know.
you gotta have we need you on mute until you're ready to talk to us.
Hey Phyllis, what's up? Why are you doing this?
Hello, guys.
Oh, you ready to talk to us?
Hello.
Yeah, sorry about that. How y'all doing?
We did. No complaints,
Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
We have a little, we had rain earlier on, but I ain't seeing no sunny skies over here yet.
Let me just say,
at least a little get rain.
I don't want no rain just yet. Okay.
Not yet. You ain't ready for it yet.
No, because that would mean I had to look at I cleaning my pool. I ain't paying nobody to clean the pool these days. so if once it starts to rain, I in trouble. And so far, I've been doing a pretty good job. So I want to say hi to Stephen Charles, Lisa King Corbin,
Auntie Lisa.
Yeah, thanks for checking us out on the Facebook. I think Philip Nichols was also checking us out. So y'all, we want y'all to share the stream. Phyllis, how was your show on Monday?
Good. We spoke about non-violent communication. And we went back down in the Bible and we were talking about Abigail and her situation, how she diffused the situation in a good manner and she didn't have to, go extraordinary on it. So that was the whole topic.
All right. Non-violent communication. That takes mindfulness. it also takes self-awareness, and it takes understanding your physiological symptoms. So when you're done chatting about it, I think I'll just give a little, because I was talking to Code earlier on about the fact that I do not share information on this show that is significant to what I do 5 days a week. And I hope to change that. But whenever I hear you share what you've done on your show, it reminds me, hey, Lima, every now and then you should share some information, because as a mental health clinician, there's so much information that I have in this brain of mine.
Yeah, but you're keeping it there and it ain't going anyway.
Well, I share it every day from Monday to Friday with my clients, both in what I do during the day and then what I do in the evening, because I do a lot of telehealth in the evening. But I just feel like sometimes I shouldn't let it overlap with what we do here on the show. I need to just stay in my lane and probably on the show. And then if I could find a friend of mine to share mental health concerns, I will do that. But in the meantime, it's not about me right now. I'll wait until after you're done sharing, and then I'll share some information. So non-violent communication, you had a good response to it, I'm hoping.
Yeah, we had a very good response to it, and, diffusing a problem. So, because sometimes we tend to act out into manners that we shouldn't, and we should listen a bit more and act on it, instead of just hearing something and just reacting and blowing it up. Not every situation could be like that. So it was very interesting, very, very interesting. We also touch on time. People think that they have all the time in the world. And, when we're younger, we tend to take life and you're driving slowly. And then when you get up past 50, now you want to drive.
Hurry, you want to rush the brush, right? We lost Phyllis.
Time is,
Yeah, that's that part there. When they realize it's 50, they're 50 or they're 60. That's when they try to speed things up. But the world it's not gonna speed up just because you in fast mode. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But Motivation Monday is obviously every Monday from 8 to 9 p.m. and Phyllis does that on her Facebook Live, as a Facebook Live on her page. We encourage you to check her out every Monday from 8 to 9 p.m. And then when you check her out, share the stream. Also go to her YouTube page and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? So that way you can look back on everything that's happened over the past, year or two. And we need a lot more of our community tapping into what we do. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
We need a lot more of that. So you're going to wing it next Monday, or you're good?
This Monday I might have Devon. She works with Gypsy.
Okay.
So I might have her come on tomorrow. And I spoke to Chris Tambu Herbert, trying to get him on, but have on his time. So those are who I have in the pipeline.
Okay.
And whoever again,
So Monday is Bevon, and then you'll have
Devon.
Chris on
Next Monday.
Devon.
Hopefully
Devon.
Chris. And hopefully next Monday I will have Chris.
Have you spoken to Denise yet?
No, I have not.
Okay, and I'm also going to give you her brother, which is, we went to school together. That would be Earl Hernandez. He is a major resource as far as information on what to do in when a crisis hits, whether it's an earthquake or something like that, because that's what he does.
Yeah.
You probably know him, though. You probably know him.
I'm sure I do. But I wanted to touch on something, Lima, that is bothering me.
What?
I find too many young people dying, and I think the one that really touched me this week is the little 11-year-old girl that got killed in Guyana.
I wanted to
and I
talk
mean,
about that.
it was just very sad.
What are the details of it?
The details are that she and her grandmom was staying in this hotel, and she left the hotel room and tell the grandmother she's going to the pool, and the child went missing. And apparently now when she went missing, they went looking, she was nowhere to be found. And whoever else in the hotel or whatever, they found her in the pool,
Frozen.
marks on her bodies, like they were doing a sacrifice on the child. 11-year-old. And Guyana is in an uproar right now because of that, because it's not sitting well, and they burn down the owner home, and a lot of rioting and different things going on because people want justice for the 11-year-old child.
The little bits and pieces that I was able to extract was also that they believe the police may have some inside information and they're protecting
and
someone.
don't want to. Yeah.
So, I mean,
I'll add some time.
I did see something about sacrifice, but I thought it was just somebody just saying whatever they're saying.
No, it's based on that. But that one was very touching. The next one that was very touching to me too is the autism girl who got killed in Barropo a couple of weeks ago from a 52-year-old man.
But I see he killed himself.
Yes, because he know what he did. So, parents out there, just pay more attention. Nobody can be trusted. That's what I have to say,
But I'm thinking when she told the grandmother that she was coming back or she was heading to the pool or whatever, the grandmother didn't think anything of it. She's telling herself, well, she's going to be okay. But there's evil. Evil looks behind faces that look like, I ain't gonna do you nothing.
All of us.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You see, I was telling someone that in my group last couple weeks ago. I was like, there is within each and every one of us, all of us, less than 1% autism. We are all autistic. It's just that some people, of course, it's, either the nonverbal or moderate or, low functioning or whatever. But here's the next thing. I was also saying this, and they all looked at me like if I was cray-cray. I ain't cray-cray. There is a killer in each and every one of us.
Yeah, we all capable.
And everybody in the group looked at me like, what the? Yes, it's in each and every one of us. Sometimes it comes out because survival.
Right.
Because who really knows why some people are what do you call that? Serial killers, psychopaths. Right. I mean, there's something in the brain that just in psychopaths just can't be fixed. It is what it is. They don't understand what is emotion. But let's back it up. There's some people have that. We all can be killers. Either it's by necessity, something happened that triggered that, or you're just plain freaking evil. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Evil. And whoever killed that child, for whatever reason, and there's no reason that could justify you killing an 11-year-old child, that's plain evil. Plain evil.
Very. So that's what's going on right now. But it's just a sad situation. And we're hearing it more and more and more every day. You know what I mean? You just got to be careful. And you know what? I want to say to women too, in an abusive relationship, there's something going on, let somebody know. Let somebody know, because that nurse girl who got killed in Trinidad last week, it's alleged that it's her own husband who set it up and get her killed. You're not following that story too, but I'm following it up.
There's a lot of stories I'm not following because I got a lot of stuff. You should see how much paperwork I have on a weekly basis that I have to get done by a certain time. So when I'm immersed in that,
talk to somebody. You have to trust somebody. Not even the mother knew that the husband was abusing her. She keeps it away because she didn't want to.
Now you're looking at the cycle.
Mother.
You've done this on your show, the cycle of violence, and what promotes them to keep quiet. You remember?
Not clearly, but let's go over it if you have time.
So what promotes them to keep quiet? A couple of different reasons. One, they scare you shitless by threatening that I will kill your mother, I will kill your family member. They scare them. There's another component where the abused thinks that she or he, because in some cases it's the man being abused, he or she can change the abuser. So they have this hope of if I just do what they ask me to do, everything is going to be all right. And he will start feeling sorry for me, or she will start feeling sorry for me, and she will start doing the right thing. But when you're dealing with a human mind, you can control your behavior, you can't control their behavior.
Correct.
So what can I say? It's a lot of mental health concerns going on out there, as well as pure evil out there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So,
for real. Yes.
wow, that 11-year-old child.
easy.
You know what I did not
Yes.
like? I didn't like people showing that child's body on Facebook. I feel that you have to remember that there are family members that may be on the platform. And what you think is going to do
Yes.
to them when they see? People become so desensitized, or they just want to be the first one to show stuff. No, you don't need to be the
Yeah.
first one. Just shut your, you know what I'm saying?
Especially when it's underage person. You know, you don't need to do all of that.
No, you don't
People
need
have
to put that
feelings
there.
too. You know.
They don't think. They want to be the first one to
No.
show it. They want
Yeah,
to see how much
social
likes.
media
They want to see how much likes they could get.
all the time.
You know?
That's what it's all about these days with these young people.
All right, Phyllis. That was that kind of like damp. You see, that's why I
Yeah,
don't
it
like
was
to
very
talk
sad.
about stuff like that on the show, because then it gets me into a zone of shit. I deal with it 5 days a week, Saturday and Sunday. I just want to chill. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the reason
Yeah,
why I
but-
figured it out.
I think it had everyone baffled, you know, especially the way it happened. You know, like the look at the dragger, the cutter on her knees, her hands. I mean, it was just horrible.
And they had some cotton in her nose.
Yes, and mouth.
Wow.
Yeah.
It reminded me of some years ago. There was a child, not child, she was a young adult, 24-year-old. Andrea, I think was her name.
Yeah, which one was that?
She's the only child. Her father was kind of elderly. And I believe it happened somewhere up, I think East Trinidad. I could be wrong. And she was killed. And they believe that whoever did it had high, you know, they had high connections in the police and all of that. Because I don't think they ever
That's
found
what's going
out.
on with that couple in Guyana before that.
Oh, Lord.
And you know what, too?
What?
Two of them fly away. When the incident happened, they jump on a plane and go on.
Well, if that's not
Husband and
guilty,
wife.
if that's not guilty, what is? Burn the damn hotel down. Burn it! Good. Phyllis, I'll see you next week, Saturday. Our guest on the show will be Warrior King. That's our music guest next week. And that's
All right,
reggae
good.
royalty. Reggae royalty. All right. All right, my love. Enjoy your weekend.
On Monday,
Mm-hmm.
elections in Trinidad. Good luck
Yes.
to each
Please
and every one
vote
who's
wisely.
going to cast the vote.
But you
Yes.
know what? Vote. Please.
Yes.
Just vote. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
All right.
All
Have
right,
a great
then.
day,
Have
guys.
a good one. Bye-bye.
All right. Okay. Bye-bye.
There's a lot going on in the world, right? So, Miss Marcia King, I just... Mr. Derek, how you doing? Eh? Marcia Lake, hi, my love. How you doing? Gary Seeley, how you doing? Jacqueline Allaby, how you doing? We went to school together. Olade, wagwan, man. Yeah. So let me just share a little bit. You know what? Play some music and then I'll give that a little explanation.
Come throw your hands up in the air. 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 Celebration, wave with me, wave with me. Come out and wave with me. Come out and rave with me. You could spend the day with me, wave with me, wave with me. Come out and wave with me. Come out and rave with me. Woo. Sky blue and sun is bright. All's well, all is right. Why don't you come outside? When waiting, just come and vibe. Arms spread, both long and wide. Heart warm like fireside. With more love than Valentine's. It's waiting, take all of mine. Pass me one beer now. Girls letting them hear down. Go fast or gear down. We do this all year round. Look left and look right. Now you see what we look like. It's a celebration. So throw your hands up in the air. Come throw your hands up in the air. Come throw your hands up in the air. So throw your hands up in the air. Come throw your hands up in the air. Come throw your hands up in the air. Come throw your hands up in the air. Celebration. Wave with me, wave with me. Come out and wave with me. Come out and rave with me. You could spend the day with me. Wave with me, wave with me. Come out and wave with me. Come out and rave with me. Woo. Celebration. 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 Celebration.
You know, I forget to tell you, your cousin gonna be on May 10th, you know.
Okay, I'll be here.
Sizzly.
All right.
Yeah.
I already know who you think.
Well,
I already know.
Morning, Francis.
Morning, sir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's
Afternoon.
morning.
Yeah, it is afternoon.
Yeah,
It is
Here in
afternoon.
Miami.
Yeah.
So before Francis Ragoo, who is one of the promoters for One FETE, before he starts talking, let me just let y'all know one of the things we're going to be talking about today, which is SOCAFEST, the outdoor experience, Orlando Carnival 2025. And in case you didn't know, Orlando Carnival is May, which is Memorial Weekend, okay? I need to let y'all know also that Kitty's Carnival is May 17th at Trotters Park. So let's talk about SOCAFEST. Performing live will be Kes the Band, Mikal Teja, Raymond Ramnarine, Drupati, Jadel, Kutain, Annika Berry. I'm really intrigued by that young lady. But you know who I need to tell you about while I have you on? Because I'm going to forget. There's a young lady, she's out of Antigua. I know she had a hit, I think, last year. And I'm going to jack her name up, but her name is, let me spell it, G-E'-E-V-E. G-E'-E-V-E. I don't know how to say it.
Okay.
Apostrophe.
Genevieve?
Apostrophe.
Okay.
Yeah. She did, I did tell her, send me a voice note how to pronounce her name, which she did. And I'll listen to it.
You
just
listened to it?
No, I will listen to it just now. I just didn't listen. But, I really like to advocate for young and upcoming performers, and she's got a following in Antigua. So I will send you her music and think about it for a next One FETE or something like that, please.
Well, as a matter of fact, we do have a young lady out of Grenada. Her name is Porsche, who is looking to get exposure and so forth. And that's what we do in terms of giving opportunity. Our two favorite in the over the years is one that international star Shaggy. We gave Shaggy the opportunity to perform back in the day at the convention center, only for hotel room. He just wanted that exposure, and the rest is history. Rupi was the same thing.
Really?
So we are not adverse to giving people opportunities because you never know. Sometimes that's all they need is the exposure, and we are happy to do that, and that's what we are doing. This young lady who will be performing at SOCAFEST in Orlando. Look forward to seeing her doing great things as the years come, and her name is Porsche.
Porsche. Okay, so I found the clip where she says,
all right. Okay, so the pronunciation of my name is G-Eve.
G-Eve. That's it, G-Eve.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. All right. So we listen, and then we'll see if there are any opportunities that is available for her, because we do those things. Yes.
I appreciate that. So how you doing today on this magnificent Saturday?
Well, put it this way, my body is sort of resting because yesterday was a hectic day.
Day. So how preparations coming along for SOCAFEST?
It's coming along wonderful. One of the things that we are proud of is getting some very interesting feedback from it is that unlike what we normally do in terms of the FETE atmosphere, we make this a family-friendly event.
Okay.
What do I mean by family-friendly? Is that you can, many times The young people, like when you go, I don't know how much they do on this side because we don't normally get the opportunity. But like for the islands or in Trinidad, you have the artists going to the schools and perform for the students. And you see they embrace and they know the music, but for the most, they do not. That's the only opportunity they get to meet the talent and the artists. So what we have done this year is to make it whereby the kids under 10 is free. You can bring the kids, let them get to meet the artists because I'm pretty sure they know Cass sound, but have they met Cass? Because they cannot come to the FETE when we start the, 9, 10 o'clock at night. They are not there. They're at home because with their babysitter because their parents are at the FETE. But now they're getting the opportunity to meet these artists. Under 10 is free, and then we have from 10 to 15 years old, they pay at $25. So we're making it whereby it is friendly for the youths and the children to come out there and enjoy an atmosphere, a wonderful family fun there. So you can bring your children out to the event and it don't cost you anything more.
So let me just let people know that it's at Emory Hamilton Complex, 790 Fairvilla Road, Orlando, Florida, 32808. That's on the west side of town. And it's Saturday, May 24th, obviously, Orlando Carnival weekend. Limited VIP tickets. They're $125 drinks inclusive. General tickets $50, and like Francis just shared, the kids under 10 free kids zone. Kids under 10 free kids zone. That's really important because how do we share the culture? Through our children. They're the ones that take it to the next generation and the next and the next. So I love the fact that you guys are making it free for 10 and under and affordable for parents that are bringing in 10 and up on through 15. I think that's a really good idea. Yeah. So this is the first time y'all doing that this year?
This is the first time we are doing it anywhere.
So
because normally our FETE time is at the night time, but in thinking about everything, and someone rushed the idea to us, and the minute it was brought to us, we said yes, it's a good opportunity. Let's engage the kids. Let them come out. They might be out there on the summer vacation or what have you, and wanting for something to do. And the parents now, you don't have to say, okay, I want to come to the party, but I have to find a babysitter. No, you don't need a babysitter. You bring them with you. Of course, there's going to be an age limitation because you cannot bring the babies. But if they're young enough, to be, yes, you can bring them at no additional cost.
I think if you have a noise canceling headphone, bring the babies. Just put that headphone on. No.
Listen to you with your liabilities. Your liabilities.
Well, I'm just saying, if they have a noise cancelling headphone, put it on.
Find a babysitter.
See, I straddle in the fence here, Francis.
Well, let's not forget now. The king of soca. What age did he start it from?
Shit, too young to soca. He was like, what, 8? 9, something like that.
10 when he sang it.
It was 10.
Was 10 when he started singing. But obviously, the exposure to the music to give him that opportunity to sing had to be before that. This is what we are speaking about. Someone can come out there and say, you know what? I was at Castro, in Orlando, and that inspired me to wanting to be. You just never know.
I like that. So I know you're doing other things. Are you still in real estate?
That's my foundation. That pays the bills.
That pays the bills.
That gives me the quality of my lifestyles. I've been a real estate broker, a licensed agent since 1983, a licensed real estate broker from 1987. I've been a licensed real estate broker.
And I also know that you wear many hats. Licensed real estate broker is one. FETE promoter is 2. What other hats? Please let the people know what other hats you do wear.
Well, I'm the president of the Miami Gardens Neighborhood Watch, Inc. We are a 501c3 organization in which we have 13 different crime prevention and neighborhood watch groups within the city of Miami Gardens. One of the major activities that we do, which took place yesterday, I said my body was aching because for the last 4 years, this year being our 4th year, we assist our elderly seniors in terms of helping them to retain their property. When I say retain, it's like, many of them are single, male or female, in fact, dear, that is in the 80s or oldest turned 100 this year, in which we go about painting their house, resodding, doing sprinklers, refurbishing to the extent of could be. We have done roof in the past, but our budget does not allow us to do that. But we do the windows and so forth, and that is done the last Friday of April, in which is Arbor Day. And rather than, when the idea first came to us from the Greater Visitors and Convention Bureau, wanted to find an area in Miami Gardens, either to plant a tree, either be it at the Florida Memorial University or a park. And they brought the idea to me, and I said, you plant a tree, dog's going to piss on it and nobody remember where that tree is planted. Why don't we do something more tangible, that it could be something that is more memorable for those who are in need? We can still plant trees, we can continue to plant it, but something that is there. And they bought into that idea. We had 120 volunteers out there yesterday, of all segments. In addition to that, we have Job Corps. I don't know if you're familiar with Job Corps, which really is a federal program that helps these youths from age 16 to 25. As long as you have a willingness to learn a trade, you can go to any of the centers within the United States for free. All you need to do is, I want to. They'll house you, they'll feed you, they'll clothe you. And we have those kids, they do the carpentry, the culinary part, they provide the lunch. We had the painting crew, and it was 58 of them. The Greater Miami Service Corp, which is a similar type program, they were out there. So it's on the job training at the same time in terms of giving back, to them. And that is supported by not only the City of Miami Gardens, our mayor, a couple of the council people. We have Calder Casino, the racetrack. They have done it, and a couple of the other significant organizations within the City of Miami, or Miami-Dade County, I should say, in terms of giving back to the community. And that is one of the proudest things when you see these seniors, that there's nobody else there. Some of them don't have the kids, or the kids are away. They don't come back to help their parents. And the tears of joy that they receive, knowing that fully well in where we are right now with the housing industry, they cannot afford to move any place. It's, so how can we help them to retain what they have, rather than predators out there just look at it and figure, this house is in need, they cannot do it, let me grab the house from them. And this is part of the give back. And that to me is of all the things that I do, this is the most rewarding part in terms of
I could tell because you're
achievement.
very passionate about it. And yes, I'm familiar with Job Corps. And it's nice to know that you all are doing that, including a similar program to help all the youth. But yeah, I could tell that you're passionate about it because your whole demeanor changed once you started talking about it.
No, it's
I
deep.
get it.
It's the deep. People cry on your shoulders and they hug you and they squeeze you, and I receive all the blessings from that. It's deep. It is deep.
Keep doing what you do, because we need more people like you, and people like you are the ones that make a difference. Believe it or not.
Thank you. The other hat that I wear is also the president of the Miami Gardens ARP Chapter 5132. My vice president is 92 years old.
92 and still clocking.
Yeah, and we meet that once per month. We average about 40 of our seniors, each. This coming month in May, of course, it's Mother's Day being May 10th, so we'll be having a Mother's Day luncheon, for them and so forth, where the men serve the women, and so forth. And it's quite interesting.
Okay, so keep doing what you're doing, and let's bring it back to the carnival. SOCAFEST, y'all. SOCAFEST. And that is on May 24th, which is Miami Carnival weekend. And again...
No. Hold on. Let's not mix up the carnival weekends now.
When is the carnival?
You said Miami Carnival. This is Orlando Carnival.
Oh, gosh. Thanks for the...
I'm an attentive listener. I'm an attentive listener.
Okay. I appreciate that. I confused the carnivals. What can I say? Orlando Carnival weekend.
There we go.
And we're going to have performing live. Kes the band, Mikkel Tasia. I still like the first song that he did, Hall of Fame, right? Raymond Ramnarine. I just had to say that. Trooper T. Jadelle, we had her on the show a couple times way in the earlies. Who is Kutin? Do I not know who's Kutin? I'm sorry?
Trooper T is the queen of chutney, so, it really started with her.
She is the queen of chutney, and it's nice that they're giving her flowers. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's nice.
Yes.
We have Anika Berry. I like that song that she did on whatever rhythm, that Tilden Hall rhythm. And many, many more. The many, many more includes that young lady from Grenada. And how long has SOCAFEST been around? Oh, Lord, I'm making him think.
About 30 years.
Did he just say 30 years?
Yeah, it changed names. It changed names. Right.
Yeah. If we go back in the days, the Coconut Grove Convention Center, the framing of the word Soca Fest, when I initiated that, because that's part of my doing, and the idea came about from two things. Was one, the Super Bowl, and the second one was Brass Festival. Well, I couldn't call it Soca Festival. It did not have that link to it. So I abbreviated the word festival and call it a fest. That was the beginning of the word fest. The mistake I made, which I didn't do, I'm a little country boy from Marak Village, Moruga, way in the country, the last spot. I did not know how I copyrighted that word fest. I'd have been a multi-millionaire today, because it became a word that is used in all genre, but it was created by me.
Okay, so SOCAFEST, one FETE.
Okay, so what happened now, in terms of moving on to the one FET situation, is that my partner, Derek, Gemini Production, we were competitors in terms of promoting the whole thing. And it's like, why are we doing the same thing and fighting amongst each other? Let's come together and collaborate our efforts. And that's how we come together and make one FET. So Soca Fest become the theme of the thing, and one FET become the organization now.
So that's the umbrella. One FET is the umbrella.
The umbrella group.
Under that is SOCAFEST.
Rather than working against each other. And that's how one FET became. And it's something to learn from, that when we are out there doing the same thing, there's strength in unity. Let's collaborate our effort and do it for the greater good of not only the industry, but all benefit as a result of that. Is a lesson to learn.
I think the continent of Africa is slowly following that thought process, and I'll leave that right there.
Well, I need to touch on, because that's a good thing. It's a wider stuff, but sometimes bad things has to happen. That seed have to die before a new plant is come. And what we see in terms of happening from our national part in the United States, what is doing that is forcing Africa to unite. And if Africa can unite, it's a whole, because we have everything that the world needs. We couldn't do the computers and do all those things if we're not getting the principle to make that happen from Africa. So let's get back to what it is and take back what they have stolen from us, from the motherland, and let the motherland stand and be the mother of the world.
So let me just tap into that. See, now we're going down this road, and thank you. Because, some things I step back from. The fact that Trinidad and Tobago signed that contract with Nigeria, a lot of people bubbling, but I think that's a damn good thing, because what it's doing, it's forcing the Caribbean to start thinking, let's leave out the United States, because this is a good example of protectionism. The United States has been doing protectionism since the Trump administration took place.
Maybe even longer than that.
Right? And let them continue with their protectionism stance. Let us as the Caribbean continue to see all the good things that can come out of aligning with Africa and trading with Africa. Because Africa, the continent of Africa, they got it going on. They just needed to see that for themselves.
One of the greatest statesmen that come up from the Caribbean, and the first Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, he made a statement saying, Massa days are done.
Dr. Eric Williams.
Yes.
Dibades.
And what we're seeing right now is, we have changed that policy and still allowed Massa in order to control it. So what is being done as a result of, and I tell people basically, America, the world don't need America. America needs the world. We have about 400 million people here. The world have almost 7 billion. Okay, so what it gives us now is the wider scope into, let's focus on that 6-point-something billion people in terms of building from there, and then we'll see the isolation is going to come in that America need us, we don't need them. But we have to have that in terms, and we see the leader is coming up and standing on recognizing that there's forged relationship between China, India, Brazil, and of the major institutions out there, countries out there, that we can now form allegiance and alignment with them in terms of trade and don't have to depend upon. The next major thing that has to happen, we have to stop the dependence. I mean, it happened to Saddam Hussein and cost him his life in terms of the US dollar being the currency for trade. If that can be changed, you will see a whole difference.
I think it will happen because, again, when you're looking at protectionism and everything that it implies, it's going to happen. It's like a domino effect of what's going on here. But again, the fact that Trinidad and Tobago signed that contract with Nigeria, I think it's a very good thing because it starts the beginning. And Mia Motley is just, I mean, I look up to that woman. It's something that needed to happen, and everything is happening in due time. But that to me is the beginning. Okay, that to me is the beginning. Let's not take
away from the stance that they made as CARICOM leaders when the Secretary of State tried to say, well, if you're dealing with Cuba, that you are not going to. And they make a decision, our people before our visa. We don't need to come to your country, but I'm not going to let my people stranded because of your policy. And give kudos to the led first by Trinidad and Tobago, and then followed me a some of their St. Vincent and so forth into the standing up to the U.S. and saying, no, Cuba been with us for the medical field for how many years? We
and when COVID hit, Cuba was front and center. They sent their doctors, how many hundreds of them, and they disseminated them throughout the Caribbean to help. I mean... You know, but
let's even go back, and if we're going to talk, let's go back to Fidel Castro standing up to South Africa and so forth. You know, let's understand that aspect to the extent. And going back to Trinidad, when under Dr. Eric Williams denied Castro the opportunity to land in Trinidad and Tobago in order to service Africa when they're sending the troops there to liberate our people. Let's understand what they have done to the world. When the pandemic started, where the doctors that was coming out first of all having a resolute in order to the pandemic, it was the Cuban doctors that was going out there.
Yes,
so let's not isolate them because of our policy that we have in this country. Let's recognize what they have done for the wider community and their policy in terms of, and I listened to a program one day, I was in Toronto, and what Fidel Castro said, if you have 10 people in the wilderness, we have an opportunity to give them free education. Okay, and that's the whole difference. We got to speak about that for this country.
And let me say this and then give you the last word before we go into a break. People need to start reading. You know that word READING or RESEARCH. If you're a really good speller, you know that means research. Do your research. Start reading because there's a wealth of information out there, okay, that will help guide you in the choices that you make. Don't just listen to TikTok. It's not the be-all and end-all, okay? And just understand what's happening within the region. We as Caribbean people, I remember when I first came here, I understood the strength of my region. And I understand still the strength of my region. I think Caribbean people in the diaspora, and by extension, the Caribbean itself, need to understand that we are a powerful people. And when we can come together, just like when Africa eventually comes together, you said it, billions of people. We got it going on. Okay, we got it going on. So, final word for SOCAFEST to you.
There are tickets in the outlets. I don't have them right now, but if you go on to, let's say, Facebook and do One FETE Florida, you can see the different places that have tickets and more about it. We look forward in order to producing a quality of event, as we have done in the past, that will really rival. But again, I'm proud to say those bring out the spirit, bring out the youth, bring out the kids, let them get the opportunity to win, to see some of the major artists coming out of the Caribbean, especially that of Cass and the band. I mean, that they do tremendous things. I mean, bring them out, let them enjoy that opportunity in terms of going forward. Look forward to seeing you there. The event is from 5 p.m. To 11 p.m. And again, we look forward to seeing
let me just give them some numbers. Call for more information. Call 954-478-1156, 276 I'm sorry, let me back it up. 407-276-2229 or 786-286-6166. Again, it's SOCAFEST, and it's all about Orlando Carnival, the outdoor experience, SOCAFEST 2025. performing live again. We've got Kes the Band, Michael Tasia, Raymond, Drupati, Jadel, Kutain, Anika Berry, and many, many more. Location, Emory Hamilton Complex, 790 Fairvilla Road, Orlando, Florida, 32808.
They
And
can walk with
hopefully,
the folding chairs and so forth because the family-friendly zone. So, really creating that atmosphere. It reminds me of Central Park where people come out there and just relax and enjoy, festivities and so forth. So I did that in London also, so it's a whole different
family affair.
activity, but it's something that's going to be a quality event to be enjoyed by all.
And also, I want to remind people, what was I going to say? Dang, shoot.
What you're
That
going
was
to
one
say
of my-
is that
that
in
was
the
one of my
VIP
senior
is
moments.
Drinks is all free all evening. Are you talking of premium drink, Tennessee,
saving
Johnny
you, boy.
Walker,
He's saving
vodka,
you
beer,
today.
wine? It's free. It's free in the VIP. Okay, so VIP is free drinks, not giving you and say, oh, okay, hold 3 tickets. You can drink as much.
It's going to
drive
flow.
Safely.
It's going to flow.
Drive safely. Okay.
Okay.
We encourage you having fun, but safety is, of course, always in our presence. So
Oh.
drink, have fun. It's free drinks all night in the VIP.
Now I remember what I was going to say, and then I'll say goodbye. Any one of those entertainers, please ask them to, at least whoever you could get. I love Anika Berry. That would be nice. To come on the show and just chat with us for like 5-6 minutes about, SOCAFEST and them looking forward to it, and just big up the event and all of that. So,
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, yesterday when I got your text, again in the midst of doing all that I was doing, it was kind of too late to try to put it in
that's
place.
okay.
But,
We got a
I'll
couple more. We
send
got a
that for
couple
you.
more Saturdays before.
Yes, we do.
Have a blessed one, Francis. Take care. Okay.
Likewise.
Thank you.
Likewise. And again, as you know, I'm always a proud supporter of your show for how many years. I don't
Thank
recall.
you.
I'm always silently in the background. So
You're like
I'm
an
not
app
one
in
to
the
be on
background, just checking it
forefront.
out.
Yes, always on the wall. But I'm not one that be vocal. I operate from behind.
Thank you so much for being a supporter. By the way, the next CCC Jazz is on September 27th.
Hope to see you.
I got you.
Take care, sir.
Thank you.
Take care.
Have a blessed
See you
one.
then. Thanks.
Mr. Francis Ragoo, and it's all about SOCAFEST, which is
It's that
Saturday.
time again.
Okay, here we go.
Caribbean Fusion Festival 2025 on Sunday, April 27th, hosted by Caribbean and Floridian Association Incorporated at the Kissimmee Lakefront Park, located 69 Lakeview Drive, Kissimmee, Florida. There's going to be food, there's going to be music, there's going to be arts and crafts. Admission absolutely free. The event is sponsored by the City of Kissimmee, Osceola News Gazette, Experience Kissimmee, Florida, Kissimmee Utility Authority, Toho Water Authority, Advent Health, Lara's Shipping, and Kite Show Tropical Mist Restaurant. Look out for entertainment from Steel Panist Anthony Steele, Adriana Clark, Nati Ramutar, DJ Code Red, Caribbean Groove Band, and many more. Your MC for the event, Craig Camacho. And for more information, please visit cafainc.org. That is CAFAINC.org. See you Sunday, April 27th for the Caribbean Fusion Festival at Kissimmee Lakefront Park. Remember, it's free. Transport Charter Services. Whether you are planning a corporate event, day charter, tours, airport transfers, taxi service, cargo and courier service, or any other occasion, T&T Transportation is here to elevate your travel experience. Give Cheryl a call at 407-844-0431. Visit Cheryl's tttransport.com. Book now.
Yeah, remember on Saturday, 24th of May, it's SOCAFEST, and you got Kes the Band, Michael Tasia, Raymond, as in Ramnarayan, Drupati, Jadel, Kutain, Anika Berry, and many, many more, including that young lady out of Grenada that Francis was talking about. Please remember that it's at Emory Hamilton Complex, 790 Fairvilla Road, Orlando, Florida, 32808. And VIP tickets is $125, and as the man said, that includes drinks. And as the man said, the drinks gonna be flowing. And the cool thing about this particular year, kids under 10 free, because there's gonna be a kids zone. Bring the kids. And I still say, if you can't find, well, you know what? Code word, don't say it.
no,
All right,
no,
all right,
no,
all right,
don't
all
even- don't
right.
even
General
encourage.
tickets $50.
Don't
Don't encourage
encourage
it.
that.
All right, okay, all right. So I said I would explain something that when Phyllis was on. So let me go into it really briefly, and then Code will take it, and then we're gonna wait for the immigration attorney, to come on, and so we can have that conversation. So here's the thing. In life, there's always something that will trigger you or be the cause of. So this is how I'm going to break it down. Let's say anger. Anger is an emotion. There's always going to be a trigger for your anger, followed by the physiological symptoms, followed by the behavior. So look at it like this. I continue, right? Trigger, physiological symptoms, the behavior. The physiological symptoms is where the root, or I should say the meat of it is. Physiological symptoms is when your body talks to you. Try and figure out, or try and tune into to when you're angry, what does your body feel like? What is the message that your body is sending you? Example, for me, when I am angry, my heartbeat seems to be beating really, really loud. I could feel it in my ear. So it's racing. I feel really, really flushed. Those are my physiological symptoms for anger, followed by the behavior. The thing with the physiological symptoms, it's not an hour. That doesn't happen for an hour. It happens in seconds. The longest it might be maybe a minute, but it happens in seconds. So the trigger, what got you angry, the physiological symptoms, the behavior. The physiological symptoms is when you understand what your body is saying to you and you can step back. So instead of falling into the normal behavior of cussing somebody, hitting somebody, just negative behavioral responses, tune into what your body is saying and step back. From the time you start feeling those physiological symptoms, stepping back can mean leaving the room, breathing, moving away from what triggered you, if you can, because not always you can do that. So I just wanted to share that because I said I would, and I usually drop the ball when I say I'm going to share information. I forget. Well, I remember this time. So now I'm going to turn you over to DJ Code Red while we wait for our immigration attorney, Miss Sonya. Call the woman Miss Sonya Peterkin, to come on and have a conversation. Remember, we do have a call-in number, and I'm going to give it to you now because I want you guys to call us if you want to chat to Miss Peterkin. If you have questions, the line is 407-639-2656. Give us a call.
Put on something sweet.
That was a damn good arrangement.
Tonight we gonna have some fun. I would know how that people feel. Dancing until the morning come. Hot and groovy. Look what Soca do to me. In happy in a jam again. Feel like a movie. When you throw it back on me, I feel no stress
like
again. Let me dance in a jam way. Feel the rhythm in the car. Thank you for the love, maybe. I didn't know we party. Look back on all along. Welcome to Japan, baby. We jamming, dum 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 dum. It's me at the Japan jamming. Look, we jamming, dum 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 dum. It's me at the Japan jamming. And we jamming, dum 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 dum. It's me at the Japan jamming. Look, we jamming, dum dum dum. It's me at the Japan jamming. Nobody come in here to save you. You gotta save yourself.
That's Kutin?
No, this is GBM.
Wait, that's some sweet music, there, boy.
It is.
That's the only hit that Kutin has?
No, Kutain has a couple others.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I believe he started off as a writer. I have to get more details on
Yeah,
it.
he's singing good. Hi, Sonya. How you doing?
Hi, I'm well. How about yourself?
Well, I'm doing fine, actually. Well, yeah, I am doing fine.
Good.
So we're encouraging people to call in. I don't know if they will. However, we will do what we got to do. And off the bat, what can you... By the way, this is attorney Sonya Peterkin, our contributor. And she comes on at least once a month. And Yes, she is an immigration attorney. So if you have any questions, now is a good time. Now is a good time. If you don't have questions and you want to hold on to it, well, I mean, if you have questions and you want to hold on to it, what could tell you? Can't tell you nothing. So I'm looking at the text that you had sent me yesterday about the real ID. You have your real ID?
Yes.
With the star on it?
With the star on it.
I've had it for
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Right. But now it's a requirement now that you have it, I believe by May 7th, that you have that in order for you to travel domestically by air. So this is an issue now for, for immigrants. You, even if you're undocumented, you could still travel domestically by air with an ID. But if you don't have that star, now you will need to renew your driver's license and make sure that your driver's license is real ID compliant. And what we're seeing, at least there's been a few cases where we're seeing that the DMV is giving immigrants a very hard time to get their ID, even if they're producing the documents that are typically accepted to get their ID. So we're going to have people having difficulty getting IDs and no longer being able to travel domestically.
Okay. Let's start somewhere close to the beginning. What are the documents that they need to provide?
Yeah. So it depends on what kind of immigration process you're going through. The DMV actually has a list of acceptable documents that they will require in order to issue an ID. So a lot of the times when people are, let's say, applying for a green card, you usually are able to submit copies of the receipts of your applications, right? You get receipts every time you file an immigration document. USCIS sends you an official notice saying that your application is being processed. And with these documents, you usually would produce them to the DMV and they would issue at least a temporary ID. But now we're seeing cases where these normally acceptable documents, they're not being produced. And what's more, they're not being accepted. And what's more, what we're seeing is people are getting some strange notices from the DMV saying that not only are their documents not accepted, but their ID is indefinitely canceled. Their license is indefinite. And so this is still a new phenomenon that we're trying to figure out and maneuver and see what this is all about. But I have seen at least a few instances of this actually happening in Florida.
That's almost similar to people getting notices to leave the country. And in many cases, they are citizens. So it's like they're sending out these letters, vi. It's like, okay, you get a letter, you get a letter, you get a letter. And there's no kind of thought processing going into this. So that's...
And this is not normal. It's just not normal for people. And then I've been hearing even on the news that people are getting these notices even by email. The students, some of the students are getting notices via email that they have to leave and their visas are canceled. So we are in some strange times that we just,
Well, I saw an article either this morning or yesterday where the judges, we have some judges, thank you, Father, for them, that are stepping up and that particular, a lot of students filed lawsuits. And I guess because of the volume of the lawsuits, now you find that ICE is stepping down and saying, and they've kind of like, they said that they're going to put these students back in they will get their visas back. And because of the volume, and there probably is no quick way to do it, they're doing it manually. Well, you shouldn't have done it in the first place.
No. Yeah, it's like there is no, it seems like this administration has no respect for law and order, like the way that the laws are done, especially due process, right? When you're in the United States as an immigrant, even if, let's say, you've done something to violate your visa, you're typically given the opportunity to defend yourself against deportation before an immigration judge. This administration wants to just completely just erase the due process that is afforded to immigrants and just go ahead and cancel their visas without getting a judge involved and have them immediately leave the country. That's what they would like to see.
Well, he's not obeying a Supreme Court directive anyway, and I'm
Right.
going to leave that alone.
Yeah, that's another story.
That's another story. Is there anything coming out of two things? The birthright and also the SAVE Act. Was the SAVE Act, did the Senate sign off on it, or is just still the House that signed off on it? Do you know?
I haven't been following up on that. And as far as the birthright situation, I know that was immediately just stopped. A judge stopped that, and that didn't go anywhere as far as, him trying to cancel birthright citizenship. That hasn't gone anywhere. But I haven't been keeping up with, the court updates on that.
Okay, that's when I get up in the morning, one of the first things that I do after I say my prayers is I pull my phone, and I have some news sources that are perfectly legit, that like Reuters and all of that, and that I look at the articles because they pop up on my phone. So I'm always on top of it. Do I want to be in that mode? No, I don't. But we are all in a hyper vigilant kind of mode, and that's why, I mean, having you on. I think sometimes you're under the same kind of pressure, because what usually is normal, there is no normal anymore. There is no normal anymore. So it's like a typical response or a typical normal response a lot of times just does not suffice. So the phone number for the PCR or the People's Chat Room is 407-639-2656. Again, 407-639-2656. I was saying, I don't know if you heard me just now, Sonya, where I was saying that the typical response for certain situations no longer applies. Like, let me ask you this question. Are you one of the immigration attorneys that got a letter? Because I know they're cornering some immigration attorneys.
No, thank God, But I know that because he wants to do away with due process, and he doesn't want for immigrants to know their rights and be able to, defend themselves. I know he's after immigration attorneys now. And luckily, I haven't gotten any letters. I don't see any ICE agents outside of my office, and it hasn't gotten that bad yet. So.
Oh, don't say yet. Don't say yet. It hasn't gotten. Don't say yet, because. Please, I know you said it, but please, let's not say yes. So let's back it up. Some of the questions that we asked you over a month ago when you first came on, I think that even especially in today's climate, really, what again should we not sign when we are coming back into the U.S.?
Yeah. Basically, I don't think you should sign anything that is presented to you by an ICE agent regarding your immigration status. Okay. But what you were hearing a lot on social media was the abandonment of your green card, which is with the form I-407. That's what we've been hearing about going on social media, where people are signing that. And basically what that does is voluntarily give up your green card status. So you don't want to do that. So just know that as a green card holder, you do have the right to an attorney, and you do not need to sign that document. That is a voluntary abandonment of your green card.
But here's the thing, Sonya. Now you're hearing, and I don't know if you've heard or spoken to anyone that has had to do this, that they want to see a phone.
Oh, yes.
And they're going through your social media profile or whatever. And that's not normal. You know what I mean? But again, we are in a time where everything that's happening is not normal. So your response to some of my questions, or even questions from the public, is the response to when it's normal. But it's not normal.
It's not. Well, social media, let's get into social media. It is something that the government has looked at and considered when it comes to immigration. when it comes to immigration documents, like applying for a green card, for example, they can and have looked at the social media to um, use that information to adjudicate or make a decision on your application. Even the immigrant visa application asks you to disclose all of your social media handles. Okay, so it'll ask you to like give your handles so that they can use that information to do these essentially almost like background checks. And so if you have any incriminating information on your social media or anything that kind of contradicts your application. For example, if you're applying for a green card based on marriage, but your social media shows you with a different person or living a whole different life, or you know, you're still single
or not in a relationship,
or not in a relationship, these kinds of things can be used against you in your immigration application.
But this was before. Was this before Trump or?
Yeah, it was
okay,
before.
All right. Okay. All right.
But
okay.
now, where it seems like Trump is attacking people's free speech, now I'm afraid for people who are making statements that are not positive towards our government and towards, you know, the whatever position Trump has. These things may also affect your immigration applications. So, you know, now because of the new climate that we're in, not only am I saying to be careful about how you're, you know, what you're posting on social media as far as incriminating information and information that contradicts your application, but now it's also be careful of what kinds of things you're stating about our government.
But that's not just for that's not just for people wanting to change their immigration status. Is that also for naturalized citizens and citizens?
I would just say just be careful because
Just
we
be
don't.
careful.
I mean, I would typically tell someone when you are a naturalized citizen, you're safe from deportation. As a naturalized citizen, you're no longer subject to deportation grounds, like committing a certain crime or things like that, that could make you deportable. There's only very limited and very difficult process that would allow a naturalized citizen to lose their citizenship. And that usually involves fraud or terrorist activity or something like that. But now, you know, we've heard recently of a green card holder. I believe he was a green card holder at a university who was speaking out about a political topic that, you know, contradict Trump's position on that particular matter. And he's making efforts to deport him based on those, you know, activities. So now, again, like you said, we're just in unprecedented times, and, you know, just everybody needs to be careful.
And with that being said, let me just say this. Please, if you have never voted before in your entire life, vote. Register and vote. Okay? Make sure. Now, I know that because this is on... this is internet radio. It's not just in Florida. So whichever state you live in, check what the requirements are. And I'm going to say this. Please try really hard. If your state has the early voting, utilize it. Normally, early voting is 2 weeks. Do not depend on sending in or voting by mail because they want to take that away also. Okay, but once you go in there, show your face, vote. So if you've never registered to vote, vote. Okay? And those people, I'm going kind of like, let me just be me for a little bit more minutes. Yeah. If you got an R in front of your name, check yourself so that you don't wreck us. Think, get all the information. Be about not just your family, but be about what's happening in this country. We love the rights that have been afforded us before this time. And I would like for us to return to that. Okay? So please vote. Vote. I know we're at least a year or so away from midterms, but all now get your information, register to vote, and vote.
Just to add to that, if you are going to vote, you need to become a citizen. Make sure you are a citizen.
That's true.
If you vote when you are a green card holder, you can jeopardize your green card. and also never be able to become a citizen. So make sure, like you said, we have some time left before it's time to vote. Now is the time to get your citizenship started then, because right now it's taken approximately 8 months. It could be less or a little bit more for that naturalization process. So now is the time. I have a lot of people, I'm very proud to say, many of my cases right now are citizenship cases. A lot of them are green card holders. A lot of them are Jamaicans that have been green card holders for a very, very long time, for decades. And so, I'm proud to say that now we're, finally finding the urgency and the courage to move forward applying for citizenship.
Okay, I got to vent a little bit. How could you be a green card holder for many, many years and not...
Hold on. No, wait.
Why?
Because I've known a lot of Jamaicans.
Oh, you're one of them.
Wait. I've known a lot of Jamaicans who had a green card that had no expiration date.
I have that, a lot of those. I have a few of those actually right now, without an expiration date. These are very old green cards, right? These are green cards years and years ago. And the reason why is because it's never been a problem. You know, when you're comfortable and you've not had any problem.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm still in that land of, I don't care if there is no expiration date.
You have to
if you want to receive all the what?
Understood. That's your thought process. But for others, they were not. I want to say happy. They said, okay, we have an opportunity. We're able to work. We're able to pay taxes. No one is bothering me. No one is harassing me. I am law abiding. I have a green card with no expiration. What? If there's no fear,
you see my face.
If you have no fear, you have no fear.
Yeah, I understand, but it is risky though, because I've also seen unfortunate circumstances many times where you had a green card since a child, and so yes, you're very comfortable. But guess what? In the wrong place, wrong time. Now you're caught up in something. Now you're in deportation proceedings. I've seen it so many times. Is it? And if you were a citizen, that would have never happened. Right?
And what they're doing right now is they're looking for any little thing as a green card holder or a visa holder, any little thing, a weed charge from way back in the day, and they're using that as a stance to kick you out of the country.
Don't do it.
Yeah, but you didn't think about it back then.
Wrong time, wrong place.
Yes.
You didn't see. So let me give you all Sonia's information. I'm really disappointed in my audience right now. I'm being very candid. We don't always have an immigration attorney on here, but nobody called. We don't always have an immigration attorney on here, and a lot of you are listening to us on the Facebook live stream, and nobody's saying anything. So what can I say? We make the opportunity. You're not taking us up on it. So the next time you're going to see her is sometime in May. All right? So you can call her 321-325-1125 or send her a text 321-204-7718. Something just occurred to me. Maybe this is the information y'all are waiting for. Y'all don't want to talk to us on the air, but you're comfortable reaching out to her one-on-one. Go for it. I like that. So I just give y'all an excuse. So let me put my glasses on so I make sure I have all the numbers. 321-325-1125. Give her a call. 321-204-7718. Send a text. There is also, you can make an appointment. Go on in. It's 835 7th Street, Suite 7, Claremont, Florida, 34711. The law office of Sonya A. Peterkin, Esquire. Thank you, Sonya.
Thank you. And also, is there a way people can submit their questions and then I can answer them next month when I come on the line?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Definitely
We'll do that.
We'll,
I'll mention that time and time again in the coming weeks, so they'll have ample opportunity to do that. And if they want it to be anonymous, it's fine.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
You have a blessed one.
You too. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye. Take care. Yeah. Miss Sonya Peterkin, our attorney, immigration attorney, give her a call.
Great,
okay?
great information.
Good information, but you know, what stands out for me during that conversation is there is no normalcy here. It's like whatever floats their boat. So, Lord of mercy, mercy, mercy. Over to DJ Code Red.
Give me the blues melody. Give me the my feet. Are you feeling what I'm feeling from this roots melody that is playing? I want to know. Give me the rhythm, whether it is high or low. I just love how it's a flow. You know, just let her drop the beat on time, and the place get electrified. The spirit takes me higher than high. This your music with the roots melody. I revives in the place tonight. Let the whole on the rhythm tight. I feel the vibes in the dance tonight. Let we have a little freedom time. I revives in the place tonight. Men and women holding tight. I feel the vibes in the dance tonight. And I'll leave till it's broad daylight.
Okay, slight reminders. iTunes Radio is doing one big ride in London. That's on July 12th. And we have the Kiddies Carnival of Orlando, which would be Mr. John Joseph and Zepp. They're doing the Kiddies Carnival, and that is on May 17th. I'm hoping I have my dates right. Obviously, tomorrow is the Caribbean Fusion at Kissimmee Lakefront Park. There is a Mother's Day dinner dance, the Victory Cruise. I'm supposed to be singing. I'll share that the next time. Yeah.
Where's the flyer for that? You didn't give me all
Man,
that.
I just forget, You know what? I just forget.
Goodbye.
So next week we have Warrior King. He's our guest. And the following Saturday, so Warrior King is May 3rd. And on May 10th, we have Sizwe Soca and your Cuz. As well as we're going to have a chef out of Grenada. He's also going to be our guest. Remember, SOCAFEST is on Saturday, May 24th for Orlando Carnival. It is free for 10, kids 10 and under. All right, VIP tickets, $125, drinks inclusive. Regular tickets, $50. So bring the kids. It's from, you remember what time?
5 to 10.
5 to 10. 5 to 10.
5 to 11.
5 to 11. 5 to 11, Saturday, May 24th. SOCAFEST.
Oh, swag. Don't forget
swag. Swag. So Kiddies Carnival of Orlando is May 17th.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
One big ride is July 12th.
Ooh,
that's in London. What else we got coming up, man?
We got a lot coming up.
And the next CCC Jazz is September 27th. Yes, I'm putting it out there. Oh, Claremont Jerk Festival.
You gotta get, There's a lot of things coming up.
There's a lot of things coming up. It's all good.
You got homework to do. You got a lot of homework to do.
I got a lot of homework to do. Also, the Trinidad and Tobago dinner.
Yep.
I'm the MC.
August 23rd.
Yeah. It's moi. I'm the master of ceremonies. Yeah.
All right.
So let me turn you over to DJ Code Red. I'm sure you could get in at least one before we leave.
No, we gotta go. It's after
we gotta go. Okay.
Gotta go.
Okay.
Good night,
all right.
everyone.
Y'all have a blessed one. See you next week Saturday right here. Also remember, this is being rebroadcasted on Cultural Vibrations Radio tomorrow, 12 to 2, and IslandBeachRadio.net, 12:30.